My fiancé cheated on me with a coworker. I exposed him and ruined his life. I wasn't planning on revenge. I swear to God, it just happened. If you had asked me even 6 months ago, I would have said I was above that kind of thing. I was the take the high road type. The one who forgave too quickly, who rationalized every red flag, who smiled through the worst of it because I believed being kind was the only way to stay human. But then came Alex. Alex was my fiancé. We were together for almost 4 years, lived in a cute little place on the edge of town, had a joint Spotify account, argued about curtains, and split groceries like an old married couple. It wasn't perfect, no relationship is, but I thought we were solid. We talked about having kids. We even had names picked out. Evelyn if it was a girl, Milo for a boy, that kind of thing. What I didn't know was that for the past year, he'd been cheating on me with a girl from his office. Her name was Julia. She was 23, fresh out of college, the kind who writes in gel pens and calls her coffee my little treat. I found out on a Wednesday. I came home early from work because I had a migraine. I opened the door and heard laughter from the living room. Not the TV. Real laughter. I walked in, and there they were. On my couch, my blanket, our home. She ran. He didn't. He just stood there, shirt half-buttoned, and said, "I didn't expect you this early." That was it. No apology, no panic, just that sentence like I'd walked in on him making a sandwich. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I just stared at him for a minute, nodded, and walked to the bedroom. Packed a small bag. Took my laptop, charger, and my copy of The Bell Jar, which suddenly felt very appropriate. I stayed with my sister for a week. During that time, he sent exactly 2 texts. One said, "I'm sorry you found out that way." The other said, "Can we talk like adults?" I didn't answer either. Now here's where things shift. While I was gone, he logged into our shared iCloud account, which I'd stupidly left connected to my phone, and started deleting stuff. Photos, texts, files. I noticed the deletions when I restored my backup and saw entire conversations missing. But what he didn't know was that I'd once worked as a data analyst. I knew how to dig. And oh boy, I did. I recovered everything. And I mean everything. Chats with her, screenshots he sent of my texts to his friends with captions like, "She's being needy again." Even a voice memo where he laughed with his buddy about how, "I'll probably marry her anyway, she's convenient." Convenient. So no, I didn't plan revenge, but when I had all that, it felt like the universe had handed me a loaded gun and said, "Your move." I didn't go scorched earth. I didn't blow up his car or post his nudes. I did something worse. Julia's Instagram was public, so was her TikTok. And from what I could tell, she had no idea she was the other woman. In fact, she'd posted a photo of Alex's hand, the same one I knew so well, captioned, "Happy 6 months, babe." So I sent her the entire folder, every screenshot, every audio file, every date overlap, no commentary, just facts. It took her about 6 hours to respond. She thanked me, then blocked me. A week later, Alex showed up at my job. He looked awful, like he hadn't slept. Told me Julia dumped him, that she told HR that he might lose his job, that his parents found out. I asked him why he came. He said, "To ask you to undo it." I just said, "I didn't do anything, you did." And then I walked away. I don't feel proud. But I do feel clean. Sometimes silence is the loudest thing you can give a man who underestimated you.